So, welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of the Thought Resonance Show. Meet Lisa, the boss system architect, guiding visionary CEOs to rewrite their legacies and achieve spectacular results. With over 7 years of experience, she empowers CEOs to unlock hidden potential and forge unbreakable bonds with their teams. Through her proven boss system, she helps CEOs boost their EQ, optimize their energy, shift their mindset, and sustain their results, enabling them to build stronger relationships, enhance focus, foster resilience, and creating lasting positive change. So, welcome, Lisa, to our show.
Thank you so much for having me, Yogi. I'm thrilled to be here.
Awesome, awesome. So, Lisa, very excited and very interested to know about how your journey started as a coach and what motivated you to enter the world of coaching.
Oh, thanks for that question. I hope I got your name right. Is that what I call you? Is
Yeah,
Yogi?
that's Yogi. It is Yogi. Yes.
Oh, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I got it right because what got me started is I was always fascinated by human potential and the power of unlocking it.
Yeah.
Coaching allows me to witness firsthand the incredible transformations individuals can achieve when they have the right support and guidance.
Exactly. Awesome, awesome, Lisa. So that's a really clear set motive of yours entering the coaching world. And now I'd like to know how do you adapt your coaching approach to cater the diverse needs of your clients?
Oh, another great question. Thank you, Yogi, because every client is unique. I use a personalized approach,
Hmm.
drawing from various coaching methodologies and tailoring my strategies based on their goals, learning styles, and personalities. So, in other words, goal setting is an important part of coaching. So, you want to know where's the gap between where they are now
Yeah.
and where they want to be. And my secret sauce of coaching is to help them close that gap
Hmm.
with accountability.
Exactly. Yeah. Accountability is so very important. And would you like to elaborate on accountability? Like, how do you hold your mentees accountable and what's the process?
Uh, yeah, thank you, Yogi. That's another good question because the cornerstone of my coaching is really extreme high level of accountability. And really, what I would equate that to is like holding someone's feet to the fire. Because haven't you ever had that experience where you know you should do something and you know you want to do something, but you get distracted all of the time?
Yeah.
And the truth is, 99% of us don't hit our goals, unfortunately, because we're lacking the right accountability system. So it's really about holding your feet to the fire at the highest level of accountability, where you know that if you don't do the thing that you said you were going to do, you're going to have to talk to me about it. And I'm not going to cut you any slack.
Mm.
At the same time, I do have empathy. And at the same time, you want somebody who's not going to yes you. You want somebody who's going to help you take that one small step and then add to that more and keep doing it. The thing you said you were going to do last week, if you talked to me this week,
Yeah.
I'm holding you accountable to do the things, to take the steps for the things you said matter.
Exactly. Awesome. Perfectly agreed. Moving forward, I'd like to know, Lisa, your core principles, the core principles that shape your coaching philosophy and your methodology.
Okay, well, that's great too, because my core principles center on empowerment. And as we mentioned, accountability is the cornerstone,
Yeah.
and self-discovery. So I believe in equipping clients with the tools and strategies to achieve their goals while fostering intrinsic motivation and self-belief, because as I mentioned, people struggle with motivation. If 99% of us aren't hitting our goals motivated, then if you want to be in that 1%, you have to have a coach.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So, talking about, I'd like to know how do you guide your clients in overcoming obstacles and you help them reach their goals? How do you do that?
Well, step one is really to get clarity, because you can't do anything without clarity. Like, what do you want? Why do you want it? And then what's holding you back? So I partner with clients to identify their limiting beliefs so that we can develop strategies to navigate challenges, cultivate resilience. We work collaboratively to create a clear action plan and celebrate milestones along the way. So clarity is step one. So what do you want? Why do you want it? And then what's stopping you? Like, what have you tried? What
Mm,
didn't work? And then from there, we can reverse engineer in a plan, a strategic plan to get that thing that's been so elusive that's been holding you back.
awesome, awesome. So that's a really important thing to have clarity in people's life. And one thing I've also noticed that while people setting their goals, they are over realistic, unrealistic about the goals. They set some expectations very high, end up achieving nothing. So what would you like to tell on that? Like how to set realistic goals?
Okay, well, I do and I don't believe in realistic goals because I think you should dream big.
Hmm.
And a SMART goal is obviously something where you can have steps to hit the goals that are realistic. So I don't know if I want them to be 100% smart. Like you can have an outrageous goal if you want. And I believe in outrageous things because you got to dream big, you got to wish for the stars. But time bound is an important part of
Exactly.
SMART goals. So
Hmm.
specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound is a SMART goal. But let's just say you have this big goal
Hmm.
and a vision. It all starts with a vision. You got to see yourself achieving that thing every day. Focus on your goal in the morning, first thing, focus on your goal at night. And then you have to take small steps to big success. So once you got this dream big vision, what is the one thing that you are going to do? I want to ask your audience this right now.
Yeah.
If you want to be part of the one thing, how are you going to be different from everybody else who wakes up on January 1st and like, I want this, I want that, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, I'm going to save money, and all that things we do here in the US. So I would say, I want to ask you guys right now, like, how are you different? Like, what is going to make you take action on your goals?
Hmm.
And what's going to make you be that 1%? Because you are 5 times more likely to accomplish your goals if you write them down and
Okay.
then show up. So write down right now, you guys, write it down. What is the thing that's going to move the needle for you? And then what is that one small step that you're going to take today on your goal that is written down? Because people who write their goals down are 5 times likelier to achieve them.
Awesome. That's a really simple thing to do, yet most people ignore this thing. That's really simple to like think of your goal and write it down. But what the impact of it is really huge. Like as you said, like you have 5 times more chances of achieving the goal.
I
So
agree.
yeah, that's pretty awesome to hear. Talking about your strategies, I'd like to know what strategies do you employ to foster continuous growth and improvement in your clients?
Oh, that's a great question because as I mentioned before, I mentioned that you want to self-reflect.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if you have a goal and you haven't accomplished it yet, it's easy to blame somebody else. Well, I am not there yet because he did this to me and they fired me and the pandemic happened. And well, let's level the playing field here because the pandemic happened to all of us. So
Yeah.
you got to reflect. For me, I recently accomplished a huge goal of mine, which was elusive for years. And
Okay.
how did I do that? I took ownership. I took responsibility of the fact that I was a common denominator in not hitting the goals, not the other people. So once I did that, it takes self-reflection, constructive feedback. Okay, so feedback is your friend.
Yeah.
You don't want to fear feedback. You want to have a trusted advisor that's going to give it to you straight. I'm shooting you straight here. So, yeah, I want to challenge clients to step outside their comfort zones. And I also integrate the goal setting, progress tracking, and ongoing adjustments to ensure sustainable growth. So you try something, it doesn't work. The big thing is never give up. Just try something else. Just try a different way, because ownership, complete and total ownership of why it hasn't worked, why it's been elusive, and then having someone give you the honest feedback. From there, we can reverse engineer your goals that are written down. But the dream big goals are definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Exactly. Totally agree, Lisa. Talking about the next question, I'd like to know, how do you stay updated with the emerging trends and breakthroughs in the industry?
Oh, that's another great question, because you got to stay current. The world is moving in this volatile, uncertain times at lightning speed. Just
Hmm.
even using AI, for example, of how fast things are changing in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So I continuously engage in professional development, attending conferences. I just got back from one last weekend. I was at another one in November, and I go to a lot of them online,
Hmm.
and workshops and webinars. Additionally,
Yeah.
and leaders, and I read industry publications. I was recently featured as one of the top 15 coaches to follow in 2024. And I read the publications, I read the newsletters, and I have a newsletter, and I partner in communities.
Awesome, awesome. First of all, really great, proud thing for you. Super congratulations for your
Thank you.
achievement. Yeah, just a second. Yeah. Moving towards my next question, I'd like to know, what advice would you like to give to an aspiring coach, someone who is willing to become a coach?
Um, well, first of all, it starts with the foundations. Like if you have a house, there's no house without a foundation. So you have to develop strong coaching foundations, hone your soft skills, because soft skills are the most important thing, in my opinion, like listening skills, empathy, and hone your active listening skills. You have 2 ears and one mouth. So when someone is
The problem is just happening.
10 clients, is that correct? Then they can say yes, and then you can ask, is there more? So that's a definition example of active listening, and create a genuine. Don't be a coach if you're not going to take interest in people. I feel like people skills and soft skills are what you need. Be patient. All these people are going to be out there promising you, you can do this in 90 days. You can get 15. Don't listen to the easy button, the fast track. You have to be patient, you have to be dedicated, and you have to always be willing to learn and grow with your clients.
Okay, awesome, Lisa. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, I think
I
my
can now.
I think the internet connection is unstable. Anyways, moving towards my next question, Lisa, I'd like to
Camera off because
yeah. So moving towards my next question, Lisa, I'd like to know your perspective on how do you envision the future of coaching and its impact on individuals as well as organizations.
okay, well, here's the truth. Coaching is becoming increasingly accessible
Yeah.
and impactful. I see it playing a crucial role in promoting personal and professional well-being, fostering high-performance teams, and driving a culture of continuous learning within organizations. So if
Exactly.
a lot of organizations are seeing problems with keeping their high performers and quiet quitting. So you want to foster a good culture by having a coach from the top down. So holding your top leaders to have better communication skills and better empathy will help you retain key employees.
Exactly. Awesome, Lisa. That was really totally agreed with your point on the future of coaching. Moving forward, this question is for my audience listening to this podcast and resonating with you and might want to reconnect with you in future. So, would you like to
Okay.
share some of the best ways of reaching out to you? Like if you're willing to share your website, email ID, or anything relevant to get in touch with you?
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah, I know you and I connected on LinkedIn, and that's my main social media. So it's my first name and last name, Lisa Goldenthal. All other channels are also on my website, highperformanceexecutivecoaching.com, and you can get there through my LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram, Lisa G Fit, and Facebook, Lisa Goldenthal, or Miss High Performance on YouTube and TikTok. But my main channel is LinkedIn, and I don't really have time to be everywhere all the time. So that's another tip for you guys. Don't try to be all things to all people. So if I can support you in reaching your goals, it's Lisa G at lisagfit.com is my personal email. And if there's anything you want to reach out to me, I would recommend LinkedIn.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing your contact details with our audience and for it might really help them in future. Moving towards the last and final question of our conversation today, I'd like to know what are your closing reflections or final thoughts for our audience.
Well, be that person who writes down your goals and takes action and hires a coach. We all have the potential to achieve remarkable things. Coaching is a powerful tool to unlock that potential and create positive change in your life and career. If you're ready to invest in your growth, take that first step today. Message me if I can help. All coaches have coaches. So get a coach and take action now. Be the person that's making the change.
Exactly. That was a really sweet and thought-provoking closing reflection to end our conversation today. With that being said, we have just came to the end of an awesome podcast. And thank you so much, Lisa, for joining in with us. And it was really a great honor for me to host you today on our show.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you to my dear listeners for listening through this podcast. Keep listening, Thought Resonance Show. Till then, it's your host, Saurabh, signing off.